Tonight, we got a delicious English traditional recipe right here for you. We got a recipe for fish and chips. And as a matter of fact, since I'm at it, I just got to give some credit to my friend from England, Chris Newell-Lunes. Excuse me if I'm not getting your name correctly, or if I didn't pronounce it right. Who gave me a little bit of, a suggestion on how to make this recipe with a Yorkshire-style batter with using a brown ale. So, let's move on over here and let me show you the ingredients that I got going on to make this with. So, right here I got 4 potatoes to make my chips with. I got some cod fillets right here, 2 cod fillets. I got some frozen peas right here because we're going to make some mushy peas to go with this. You know, you could use malt vinegar if you feel like doing so, mushy peas as I'm creating in this recipe, or you could use a tartar sauce. It all depends on you. These are some regular frozen peas that I managed to get at the store. If you want to go the whole route and get yourself some marrow fat peas and let them soak overnight, you know, go through the whole process of boiling them, you can look that up. Feel free to do so. I got these today, so I'm going to use this technique of cooking this fish and chips recipe by using these regular store-bought peas, as a matter of fact. Moving from there, I got 1 cup of flour right here. I got a tablespoon of butter. I got some salt. I got some baking soda. I got some black pepper. A little handful of mint leaves right here. I got some vegetable oil, I got some malt vinegar, and I got 12 ounces of brown ale. So, let's start off like this. Let's start off by peeling our potatoes right here. Alright, so you know, I'm sitting here cutting up my chips, and I just want to give you a pointer on how to cut this up, you know, and how to make it easy for you, as a matter of fact, to chip some nice chips out of your potatoes. So, we got a potato right here, which is round, obviously, and kind of hard to work with. So what we want to do, we just want to grab our potato, cut a slit off of it. You know, these are the little pieces that I'm cutting off. You could reserve them for a different recipe. I don't know, you make them mashed potatoes with them or whatever you feel like doing so. However, now that we cut that off, you see you got some stabilization going on in your potato. You want to just cut the other edges off right here, you know, just like that. Cut the tips off. And then we want to cut them fairly thick because these are English chips. They're not American French fries. So we're just going to, you know, cut them up. Flip them around, and that's it. So, we got some chips right here, you know. We're going to do with these, we're going to grab them, we're going to blanch them real quick for 3 minutes, which means we're going to grab them, we're going to throw them in boiling water, we're going to cook them for 3 minutes, then we're going to dump them in ice water to stop the cooking process. So let me do that, and then we'll get back to you. Alright, so now that we finished blanching our potatoes and everything for making our chips, we're going to start preparing our mushy peas while those potatoes are cooling down. So I got these peas that I was telling you about earlier. I got a pot of boiling water right here. I'm just going to dump them in here. Here's a ½ pound of peas, you know. Right there, I'm going to close this up. Drop this to a simmer. Let this go 5 minutes. Alright, so we're finished up with our peas. It's been 5 minutes. What I want to do, I just got this little strainer with a bowl underneath because what I want to do, I want to reserve the water for these peas. I'm just going to strain them out. Okay, done with that. Let's just move over here on this side. I got a food processor right here. You could use a blender to mush your peas up. You could even do it by hand if you feel like doing so. I got a food processor, so I'm using a food processor. So let me just grab these peas right here. Just dump them in here. Together with that, I'm just going to grab some of this water that I reserved, about ½ a ladle in here, and just dump it in this food processor as well. Finished with that, I'm going to grab this 1 tablespoon of butter, dump it in here. Together with my little handful of mint leaves. I'm just going to grab some salt right here. You can salten that up to taste, you know. I'm just going to grab a pinch in here, taste test it later, see how it is. So let me put some salt up in here. Same thing with some black pepper. Just grab some black pepper, pour it in here. Alright, let me just close this up and mix it all up. That's good right there. Alright, so now we're going to start preparing our batter that we need for our fish and chips right here to fry up our fish. So I got this bowl right here. I'm just going to throw in here this cup of flour. Together with that, I'm going to grab about a teaspoon of salt. Throw it in here. Then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Throw it in here as well. Together with 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, what I want to do next is just grab some of this brown ale right here. Just add it slowly into this batter, you know. Just mix it up. Alright, there we go, you know. Just keep on mixing it up. Keep on adding the beer in there until you get to a nice thick batter consistency right here. Last thing we want to do, just grab some of this malt vinegar that we got going on right here, because we added that baking soda in there. Baking soda acts like a leavening agent if you add in an acid, which could be a vinegar, which could be lemon juice, however you get the point, I think. Let's just grab some of this malt vinegar right here, add a splash into here. You can add as much as you want depending on your taste. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon. There we go. Give it one more mix up. That's good. Alright, we're just going to set this right here aside to sit here while we start preparing our fish. Just before that, let me just wash my hands out before touching that fish. That's one important thing that you want to remember to do is wash your hands when you're cooking. Every time you're touching something, whether it be vegetables, meat, always wash your hands. Be sure to be careful in the kitchen. You know, with cross-contamination, there's a lot of things that can happen. Always best to play it safe and wash your hands, you know what I'm saying? So, let's do that. Okay, next step we want to do right here to prepare our fish, I just grab a little bit more flour because what I want to do, I just want to dredge these fish pieces with this flour to allow the batter to stick real nice to the fish without sliding off while you're cooking it. So just give it a nice coating on both sides, you know. Alright, so I coated up my fish right here with the flour. Next thing we want to do, I got these 2 pans over here on the stove. I'm just going to grab this vegetable oil right here, and I'm just going to put enough vegetable oil in one pan to fry up my chips. That's about good. In the other pan right here, I want to put enough oil to allow these fish pieces to float in there while they're cooking. You know, that way you don't have to sit there and turn them. I mean, you can add less oil if you feel like doing so and just turn the fish, but I prefer to do it this way. So, let me set the fire here on the stove on both of these. We want to get this oil in both of these pans at 350. So, we'll wait for that to happen, then we'll get back to you. Okay, you know, so we're ready right here to cook up our fish and chips. I just got these chips that I blanched earlier. I'm just going to throw them in here, in this hot oil. While that's cooking, I'm just going to grab this batter right here. Just grab my fish pieces, dip them into this batter, coat them up real nice. Okay, I'm going to lower them into my oil slowly right here, you know. Do the same with the other one. Okay, we want to let these fish pieces go until the nice golden brown. It's going to take about 5 minutes for our chips right there. So, let's wait for that to happen. Let me wash my hands and then we'll get back to you. Alright, so I finished up my fish right here, you know. I just got it up to the point that it got this beautiful golden brown color. And if you're using some brown ale, you're going to get a nice brown color on your crust right here on your fish. So we're going to set these on top of this rack to drain. While they're draining up, we're just going to finish up our chips. We're going to wait for them to get golden brown. Then we're going to plate this up, and we're going to show you the finished product. Alright people, so we're finished up our fish and chips with our mushy peas right here, and here we go. You know, follow this easy to follow recipe, and you'll come out with some delicious traditional English recipe as a matter of fact. You can serve this up with some malt vinegar if you feel like doing so. That's what I'm going to do because I like both the mushy peas and the malt vinegar. So, be sure to check out the recipe down below. Print it out if you feel like doing so. Subscribe, you know, to the channel if you want to see some more good recipes come out. One at least every week. Till next time, we'll see you.